Tonya for Love That by Just Beat It, and I'm back with another DIY tutorial. What do you think it's going to be this time? Well, if you're here to make it, you already know, but just in case, let's take. Ooh, we're doing Indian corn pearls. Of course, they have fallen down a little bit. There's earrings and this gorgeous, gorgeous pearl and paperclip chain necklace. I absolutely love it. It's long enough that you can put it right over your head. It has the matching earrings. It's so, so good. And yeah, it's almost like I can hear you going like, is there a silver version? Actually, there is. It's just off to the side here. So whether you are team silver or team gold, there's an option for everyone. And I really think this is the most versatile kit that we have so far. I'm sure there'll be more. I love that it's the paperclip chain, which is so popular right now. It has these beautiful pearls. Obviously, it was named for the fall decor favorite, Indian corn, because it's those colors. You can just pop it right over your head, so it's long enough to do that. And then you have your earrings that match. I'm gonna, of course, put them on because I always put them on. But what I love the most about this kit is you could really do so many different things with it. So here we go. Of course, your kit is going to look different than mine. It's not going to be finished or it wouldn't be a DIY, right? So yours will come like this in your cute Love That box, and you will have everything inside that you need to make this exact necklace and earring set, or you can totally customize it for yourself. This is really one of the most versatile kits. You could get a silver and gold kit, and you could do versions as gifts. You can make more earrings, have a girls' night, and put them together. I'm going to walk you through the tutorial for this exactly, and these pearls are obviously random. That's how we wanted it. We just like the colors of Indian corn, and that's how they were chosen, but they're not in any specific order, so you can do it however you like. And let's get into it. Indian corn pearls. I have everything laid out here. So this is what's going to come in your kit. But your necklace may come attached, and if so, you would just want to open the jump ring. These two could be connected, and then you would just want to open it so that you can separate it, because this is how you want your necklace to look. I'm obviously doing the gold kit. You might have the silver, so that would be different. You're going to get 12 inches of wire, some type of beading wire. We prefer bead-on, but there's some type of wire. Crimp beads right here. You have your 3mm gold balls, and those are actually 18 karat gold plate over brass. Your chain, just so you know, is 24 karat gold plate over stainless steel. That's the paperclip chain that is just the hottest thing ever right now. You are going to have your whole necklace completed will be 27 inches, including the 2-inch extender and all of the pearls. You have your leverback earrings, and those are also stainless steel. And then you have your freshwater pearls. So you're going to get pearls for your necklace, and you will get some separate pearls for the earrings. If you want 2 pearls, pick some out. You can do this any way that you want. Most important thing is to have fun. And then, like I mentioned, you can also do a whole bunch of things with this. You could make multiple earrings. You could make a shorter necklace, a bracelet and necklace. There's endless options. And then as far as tools go, this is beginner to intermediate at most. You're going to want a round nose plier for just the earrings when you do the wrapping of it. You're going to want flex wire cutter, ideally, to cut your beading wire, and then taper nose plier. My mind just went blank for a second. Sorry, taper nose plier. So that's what we have. Let's dive in. To make this go a little faster, I went ahead and laid out my pearls the way that I want them. I wanted to make earrings that had 2 pearls instead of 1. So I set aside 2 additional gold balls, and I found 2 extra pearls that matched so I could make earrings like these. And then this is kind of the design I want to follow. I only had one of the blue and I wanted that in the middle. So that's kind of how I laid them out. Quick note on your earrings. Pearls can be notoriously difficult to get onto a head pin. Sometimes they're drilled and it's too small. It'll definitely work on your beading wire, but you just want to check it. In this case, I had these set aside for earrings, and as you'll see, the head pin won't go all the way through. I'm kind of happy this happened because I can show you. So we try to make sure that the pearls set aside for your earrings will work, but double check it and make sure that you pick your earrings first. Okay, the first thing we're going to be doing is using our beading wire and the crimps to create this end right here that attaches to the jump ring on your necklace. And so we start with our beading wire and our crimps. And I want to point out that we always use, actually Cindy always uses 2 crimps, and it makes a big, big difference. I'm actually going to zoom in on this as much as I can, and I'm hoping you can see here the crimp beads that we use, they have 2 sides. One is more beveled in, so it has beveled edge, it's more closed, and then this side is more open. We always use 2 of these, and we're going to go in through the side that's more open. Yes, if you wear readers, this would be the time to get them. I'm trying to get as close as I can, but just to be safe, this would be a great time to grab your readers if you don't already have them on. And again, I'll show you. This is more closed. This is more open. We do 2, and then they nest together. So now that I have both of the more open sides, I'm going to put the beading wire through. See how they kind of nest so nicely together right there. Then to make that loop on the end of our chain, I'm going to put this around the jump ring. We're going to put it through both of our crimp beads. I'm going to hold on to this one and I'm going to pull the long end. And then you want to leave about 1/8 of an inch. You don't want to leave too much space and you don't want to put it really, really tight. You'll kind of see both, but 1/8 of an inch is about right. I think just we'll compare it to this just to be, to double check, but just about. And the reason you don't want it too tight because the jump ring will rub on it then and start to wear off that nylon coating. So about 1/8 of an inch. And then now we've got them all nested. You have your little end that I'm holding on to right here. You're going to take your chain nose plier and you are going to smash it as hard as you can, just like that. And you do want to smash it hard. You just want to make sure that it's even on both sides. What we're going to do is start with one of our little gold balls. Cindy loves to do this, and I agree. It gives it a more finished look, and it's really nice. So you can just tuck that little end in through that 3mm ball, and there you go. Then you don't even have to worry about cutting it. You don't have any edges or anything like that. You can just start. So now this will go really easy because we have everything laid out, and except you gotta hit the hole. That's really important. If you don't, it's not going to go as fast. But since we have these all laid out in the order that we want to put them on, this should go quickly. We're going to put our ball on. Last one. Yay! So here we go. This is it. The most important thing to me was that the blue was in the center. And now we already have our gold ball there. We're going to go ahead. We're going to go back to our crimp beads. Make sure we have 2 open sides like that. And then we're going to feed our beading wire through there, right? Very important. Don't forget to attach it to your necklace. If you didn't, you could open that ring and attach it that way. That would be fine too. You're going to feed it back through those crimps and we're going to feed it back through that last gold ball as well. Cindy always makes this look so easy, but you're going to just pull this to tighten it up. You want this to be about equal to the other end. You don't want it so tight that they're just squished together, but we also don't want that much space. So you just play with it a little bit. You see I push them down closer, and then we're gonna pull that tail, and you're gonna leave again about 1/8 of an inch. And right here, that's about right. There's a little bit of wiggle room for your beads, and I probably want it just a little bit tighter, but that is pretty close. That looks good. This one's a little smaller, so I'll pull this a little bit, right? Just like that. And then I'm going to take my chain nose plier and smash. So I am going to loop that over my finger so that I can get my flex wire cutters and cut this nice and close. Please don't come flying out. There we go. Put that two together, a little nesting will give you a beautiful finish, just like that. Ta-da! We're going to go ahead and create our little earring stack. Pearl, bead, pearl. Now, it's very soft metal, but we're going to go ahead and use your chain nose plier to get a nice 90-degree bend right there. And then you can come in with a round nose plier, and I don't know, it depends how much you want to wrap and what you want to cut, but you can just loop it like that. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and put my lever back through. And then this is so soft, I'm just going to kind of put it around like that. I want to hold on to it, and then, sorry guys, that was not the most graceful. In a way, this is good because you can kind of see. It's forgiving. All right, and I don't want that much of an end, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it just like that, and then I'll use my chain nose plier to, whoops, tuck that end in. So there's nothing sharp. And there you go. Do the same thing. Pearl. Oh, pearl. I'm going to use my bent nose plier to get a nice degree bend. Not perfect, but that's okay. Then round nose and just roll my wrist to make a nice little loop, just like that. And then I can wrap the wire around it like that. I have a little tail. I think both of these have a third one that's tucked. So I'm going to trim that little piece and use my bent nose or chain nose to just tuck that end in. It's not a perfect wrap, you guys. That's not perfect by any means, but it's okay. And then you can, for this one, I went ahead and put it on. And for this one, just to show you a different option, because I feel like this is easier for people. These are split right there. So you could take your chain nose and just open like a jump ring. Just, here we go. And I'm just going to close it back up. So you're not pulling apart. You're just kind of gently bending, opening it. And so you can, and there you go. 2 ways to get the same result. You just want them to be even. And remember to have fun. It does not have to be perfect. And here we go, guys. Looks so good. I love the blue in the middle. And there we are. Indian corn pearls wrapped.